What's up everybody, welcome back to another video. If you just bought the Galaxy S25 FE, there are a few things you need to change immediately, but do not worry, I will explain everything in this video. We're gonna be doing the unboxing, the gaming test, the speed test, and we'll be going through all the features on this phone, as well as the camera test, guys. And of course, I think we're gonna start off with the unboxing, and we are going to see the build quality, which is really important on phones like this. So if you take it out of the box, you guys will immediately see this is how the phone looks. So we opened the box and it has this cover on it. Now I did kind of look at it before the video, so that is why there's bubbles. Do not worry, yours will not have the bubbles on the screen, but we're just gonna peel this off and be greeted with the insane big display for the Samsung S25 FE. Then over here in the rest of the packaging, there is gonna be the usual minimalist Samsung style packaging. So you get this box right here. This is actually the second box, and in this box you're just gonna find a few basic items, of course, nothing special, but it definitely gets the job done. Over here you can see is your SIM ejector tool. Please do not lose this, guys, you will need this for your SIM cards. And then we do have the rest of the box, and they did include a cable, which is pretty cool. It's a USB Type-C to USB Type-C cable, and of course there is the Samsung Care guide and other paperwork. You guys can read through that on your unboxings if you guys do that anyway. But we're gonna put this away for now, and we're gonna be getting into the build quality of this phone. So holding it in my hand, I definitely think this phone feels really premium. It's a mid-range type of phone, but I don't like to call it that because the build quality feels nice. The edges are smooth, and I think basically the edges, the flat edges are good, but I kind of miss the rounded edges a little bit more. That's the only downside to this. It's a little bit more uncomfortable. It basically slides out of your hand, but it's a very cool futuristic design, and I think it totally makes up for the inconvenience, and I really just think it looks good, and I will be happy to keep the flat edges. The camera bumps looks nice and tech savvy. I also like that. And guys, we are going to be getting into the speed test right now. As you can see, the speed of this phone is insane. You basically just click on an app and it instantly opens up. So you can basically use this for everyday tasks. You can use it for video editing, gaming, anything you can think of, because it has a new chipset. So it is pretty fast, and we're just going to be testing out a few games right here. The speed tests, we're just going to do the normal apps, and then I'll just quickly test Subway Surfers, and we will see how fast this game actually loads. So right here you guys can see it loads pretty quickly, and we're already in the game. That's crazy. Okay, so this phone is definitely okay for all your multitasking needs. Let's quickly close all the apps, and I'm going to show you guys the very important features you definitely want to turn on this phone. So first off, we're going to be going to the settings right here, because this is a 120 Hz display. So over here we're just going to turn on adaptive brightness for the video's sake. Motion smoothness needs to be on adaptive. Standard is for 60 FPS and adaptive is for 120 Hz. It obviously can downscale a lot because of the LTPO tech, but now it's nice and smooth, so make sure that feature is on. If we go to the battery, you guys will see there's another fun feature over here. It is called battery protection. Make sure this is on either 90% or 80%, so you can give your battery a few more years of basically longevity. Over here is the battery activity, and I want to show you guys how insane the battery life is on the S25 FE. You guys can see the amount of hours I get on the screen on time and screen off time, and how much percentage I used a day. 107% is basically I used a little bit more than 100%, so I did top up with a little charge, which is basically what that means. But this is all the apps I used, and I am probably a very casual user, so yeah, I'm mostly basically do work or studying with this phone, so that is why ChatGPT has so much hours. In the memory, we do have 8 GB available, as you can see, and then we have RAM Plus for extra tabs. I just keep it on 4 gigabytes, but I think we should test out some Subway Surfers. So right now you can see this is me playing Subway Surfers on this phone with the 120 Hz refresh rate, and I really think the game is smooth. There is absolutely no stutters and the game looks amazing on this screen. We do have Temple Run 2, and we're gonna quickly test the loading, how long this game will take to basically be done and ready to play. So if we're in the game, it just literally took a few seconds. We're quickly gonna play this and see how good I am. I haven't played this game for years, guys, so let's see what happens. So we're just gonna do this test because this is a little bit of a different game than Subway Surfers, but it's kind of the same. But I did actually play some more demanding games on here, like Call of Duty, but I just didn't show it on the video, but definitely no stutters on there as well. Then guys, we're gonna be getting into the cameras for this phone. So first off, I think we're gonna test out the 50 megapixel camera. This is basically if you want to take more detailed pictures. So as you can see, if you take pictures right here, this is how they will come out on your phone, and the detail is actually insane. You can zoom in a ton on the pictures you already taken from a distance, and you can see it doesn't really lose any quality, which is very good. Then for video recording, 8K 30 FPS, really good. S22 supported only 24 FPS, and then 4K 60 FPS or 30 FPS, Full HD same, and HD basically potato quality, 30 FPS. So yeah, we're gonna test out the 8K 30 FPS video right here. We're just gonna quickly take a video, and so far the phone is not even warming up yet, despite my room being absolutely very warm at 34 degrees Celsius, which is kind of very crazy, but the phone is not heating up, so that means the cooling is very good on this phone. So this is how the video looks on 8K, and it looks really good, and there is no stuttering, and the phone also doesn't heat up. So yeah, I didn't really talk about the zoom on this camera, which can actually go to 30 times digital zoom, and we're just gonna zoom in on the box of this phone right here, and I'm gonna show you guys. It actually uses AI to optimize the picture a little bit, which is pretty cool. It's not bad. And I really think if you gonna take like a night sky photos, it will look very good. So over here is just a plant that we were gonna zoom into to see. This is a little bit harder for the AI to kind of process. So there you go. It also looks kind of good, of course, but it's you can see it's 30 times zoomed in, to be honest with you guys. But yeah, honestly, my thoughts on this phone, it's not bad at all. I would recommend this. If you guys want to check out the current pricing, you guys are welcome to check it out in the link in the description. I'll drop the Amazon link right there. But from what I could tell, there is nothing wrong with the phone. It's very good, and I am very happy I decided to get the S25 FE because the battery is a little bit bigger than the S24 FE by, I think the S24 FE was 4700 milliamps, and this one is 4900 milliamps. Battery life is very important for me, so that's why I went with this one, and I only have the 128 gigs version, but it's still more than big enough for me. And the charge on this phone, guys, I'm gonna make a dedicated video in the future to basically show the battery in detail, 25 watt charging versus 45 watt charging, and then, but from what I could tell, it's like about like in 65% in 30 minutes for the charger. So yeah, for 45 watts, pretty cool. And then the camera, I didn't test out the selfie camera because that I will also do in a dedicated camera video, but the selfie camera is very good quality as expected on Samsung S series devices. But thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely stay tuned for more of these types of reviews, and hopefully this was helpful. Let me know in the comments, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.